I hope you're all doing well. So I'm coming to you with another Best of 2018, and yes, in between filming these videos, I braided my hair. The first two videos that you'll see, I have my hair, my old braids are out with the blue, and they're in a bun, my hair's in a bun, and then I took a couple days between filming those and did my hair. I did these box braids all myself, and I did film this adventure, so make sure you check that out. But anyway, it's something completely different. Just want to address that. Yeah, this video is going to be my favorite lip products as well as my tools and brushes. Because I don't have that many of either, I figured I'd smash them together in one video. Alright, so the first thing we'll go with lips. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lip formulas. I actually don't have any favorite shades, like favorite just lip shade this year. I just have favorite formulas because I kind of, you know, try a lot of different colors. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get into the formula that is not new to this year. I don't think this one's new to this year. Anyway, let me just. The first one is, I'm wearing it now. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte. I really got into these as well as the Melted Latex, but I like the Melted Matte formula a little bit more. I got into these, I want to say starting last year, but this year I've really been reaching for this matte liquid lipstick formula above a couple others that I used to really like. And this formula is one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess drier in consistency, not drier in feel on the lips. So this is not a wet formula liquid lipstick. I usually prefer a really liquidy liquid lipstick because they tend to be the most comfortable, but this one is more on the thicker cream side of a formula of a liquid lipstick, but it still gives you that comfort and still light and airy. It's almost like it's whipped. It almost gives me that consistency of it being whipped. The shade I'm wearing today is Evil Twin. It's a really deep plum, almost black, but you don't want to wear black, but like this is like the next step down. Yeah, I have quite a few shades of these. I may have about 5 or so. This one is probably my favorite shade, and they come in a little bit of weird and unique colors as well. But yeah, this formula, it's that whipped mousse formula. It's a little bit, it's drier in formula, not as liquidy, but it does have that comfort level to it. It gives a little slight transfer, but very slight, enough where this is going to last all day. And if it fades in that stain way. That's a big criteria for me with liquid lipsticks, checking out how they fade. Yeah, because sometimes that can be awkward. So yeah, the Too Faced Melted Matte is bomb. Another formula, this is not surprising, Milani. So I love Milani lipsticks. I love Milani lip products. They're bullet lipsticks, they're liquid lipsticks, they're lip glosses, everything. And so the first one I want to talk about is the More Matte Lip Cream. Really quickly, these are not new. They released new shades of them more recently. This past fall, they released a black and a deeper berry plum shade. And they have their metallic matte one, their matte metallic ones. They also have no, I think that's it. The matte and then the matte metallic in the matte formula. Anyway, they have matte bullet lipsticks, lip glosses, and another formula that I'll tell you about. But anyway, this is still my #1 favorite liquid lipstick formula. There are others that I fall in love with that I love, but like Too Faced and, you know, other ones I talk about. But this is the best because of all the qualities that I like. It is thin in consistency. They last all day. They're transfer proof. The colors are beautiful. But the price is also, these are like $6. So that's another reason why it sets them on top of all of the others. But yeah, this shade I'm holding is the black shade called Wicked. But this formula is wonderful. I can't rave about it enough. I have a whole review on them. I have like my very first, when they first came out, they came out with like 8 shades a couple years ago, and I searched every drugstore to find them. I did a lip swatch video. I love them, and they're still my top most reach for, so I could not leave them out of this video. The next Milani formula that I didn't mention yet is their, let me get the name right, the Amore Shine Liquid Lip Color. These things are very reminiscent, or is that the word I'm looking for? Remind me of the NARS Velvet Lip Glide. If you were looking for a drugstore dupe for the NARS, the Velvet Lip Glides, this is definitely going to be close to, if not exact. What this is a liquid lip color, and it's shiny, obviously. I mean, that's in the name. But it is a long-wearing, shiny liquid lip color. It's not transfer proof. It's not transfer proof like, I don't know if I have any shiny transfer. Anyway, it's not transfer proof, but it is all-day wear, all-day shine, all-day color. So this shade I'm holding here, they only have about, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, about 8 shades of this that I own. I could be lying. Now that I think about it, I think they have maybe like 14 shades of this. This is the shade 08 Seduction. Let me show you this formula. It glides on, it glides on as a thicker, on the thicker lip gloss side of things, but it's not sticky. It glides on that thick lip gloss consistency. However, it feels very soft and velvety, if you will, and kind of plush, if that makes any sense. And it stays on your lips. It's gonna, if something touches your lips, like your straw or a kiss, yes, it's gonna transfer, but it's not moving from your lips just on its own, you know, fading out. You know how lip glosses and things and creamier lip products tend to wear off or tend to fade out. You don't even need a lip liner with this. But I think the colors are like natural on that side of natural. They do have one pretty deep bright red. But this formula is absolutely wonderful. If you are a shiny lip person, but one of the downfalls of your shiny lip is you have to keep reapplying it and things get your hair or whatever. This one is not sticky, but it's shiny, it's soft, it's plush, it's comfortable, and it's long wearing. And I really, Milani knocks it out of the park with things like that. Knocks it out of the park. Just letting you know. Okay. So the other two formulas are new to me this year, almost, sorta. The first one, I got my first experiences with them last year or the year before last, but I really appreciated them this year. I knew I liked the formula, but like to just wear them more consistently. And that is the NYX Slip Tease Lip Oils. And this came about actually recently when I picked up the most recent Volts from NYX that are now like 50% off. I ain't mad enough, I know. I ain't mad. The NYX Slip Tease Lip Oil. So what these are they're described as a full color lip oil. The oil part, I don't know. They're in a category of a liquid lipstick to me. They are not drying at all. They're definitely hydrating on the lips, but they're just not oily. They're not that traditional oil feel. And they remind me of this Milani, the Prep and Brighten Rose Oil. If you've seen my best face products of 2018, I talk about this and I talk about how it doesn't feel like an oil whatsoever. Like, yeah, so these don't feel like an oil, which, because like an oil on your lips, I don't even know if I would like that feeling. But anyway, they are full color. All of these are intensely opaque. I have quite a bit. I just pulled a few shades out because they have reds and nudes, and they have greens and purples. And like I said, why mine are so tiny because I get them in like the Volts and the collection packages and things like that. But they do come full size in certain shades. Let me just swatch one. They're full on color. This shade is, why did I pick the dark? Sugar and Spice. And then they dry down. They don't dry matte. They dry to a satin finish. A very natural cream lipstick finish. They don't have, like I said, they're not super shiny. They're not super matte. They're definitely a natural satin finish, which is absolutely beautiful. And that's like that mid-range, kind of like complements all faces finish of a lipstick, a natural satin finish. Sometimes mattes can be too dry looking on some people. Some people just don't like that look. Sometimes gloss can be overpowering, but a natural satin I think is like the best universal finish of a lipstick. If you're going to make a lipstick that everyone's going to like the finish, well, I mean, you can't please everyone, but you know what I'm saying, that satin there. These are fairly inexpensive. It's NYX, you know, you always get sales. I love these for the formula, the unique colors that they offer, the satin finish. There's nothing else like it. They're not transfer proof. Again, they're in that category of the Milani Amore Shine liquid lip colors, but without the shine. They feel soft, they feel comfortable. They're not as they're hydrating. They're not as juicy as, say, like a lip balm. But they're on that spectrum, like that next next 2 steps up. And I don't know, I just think they're really comfortable, and I really appreciate the color selection, the low price, and yeah, I like these. I like these better than the liquid suedes. The liquid suedes are really intense and they're great. They are, but these are more comfortable than the liquid suedes. I love the soft matte lip creams. They're more comfortable than the liquid suedes. Probably just as comfortable as the soft matte lip creams, but in my opinion, these go on much more full color. The soft matte lip creams take a couple coats, some of them. These are all full color, and yeah, so that gives you any description. NYX has a lot of different lip lines and collections and formulas, and so sometimes it's hard to keep up, and it's sometimes hard to compare them, but these are up there. These are really nice, so good job, NYX. And then the final lip formula that I want to talk about is a high-end formula, and it is Fenty. So I put this in my best 2018, but I do have some critiques about it. I put it in the best 2018 because of a shade. Because of a shade. I love the formula, I really do, but it's honestly not my favorite formula. But I digress. Just give me a moment. So let's talk about the formula, though. It's very liquidy. This is like, it might as well be I don't know. It's very liquidy to the point of you need to be careful applying it. This applicator is kind of weird. I've gotten used to it. At first I was like, this is kind of dumb. But I've gotten used to it. But you might want to clean it off a little bit because it's very juicy and it will fade out of your lips upon application, not during the day or anything. But like, you have to be really careful because it's probably the thinnest consistency of a liquid lipstick that I own. It's very thin. Color though, full opaque, full on color, which I think is absolutely beautiful. They do need to be reapplied. They fade pretty evenly, but they can fade. They don't leave a stain. They don't leave a stain. So if I put on this lip color and the black might stain a bit, but it can be completely gone after, let's say, 6 or 7 hours, which is okay. But for me, that's not a full work day. So I would say it doesn't last a full work day, but they do fade and they kind of just go away and you have to reapply. But what bumped it up is this one specific shade. So I guess this specific shade is one of the best products of 2018. But I do like this formula. I don't know. This one, take it how you want. But I'm going to just explain why I like it. This shade here. This is called Unveil. And I don't know if this was advertised as like a universal nude. I don't know. I saw this on a woman, chocolate-skinned woman on Instagram. And I was like, oh, that lip is beautiful. And kind of hit the tag and see what it was, and it was this. And then I seen it on other people, and I seen it on fair people, and I seen it, I was like, this is a beautiful brown. And then I was like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I already owned the red, I think, and I bought these two together, if I'm not mistaken, the black. Anyway, and I went and I bought it, and putting it on, it was like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants type of situation, where it just fit me perfectly, just like it fit the women that I saw on Instagram, but it didn't look like the same color. It was like, it was my perfect nude. Like, it wasn't, I was buying it because I was like, that's a pretty chocolate brown. But on me, I guess it is a chocolate brown, but it was like my perfect nude. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't look like it looked on them. It looked like the perfect nude for me. Insane. Let me swatch it. Can't really explain it. I'm trying my best. That's what it's called. And these do dry down to be completely matte. They are a natural matte. Not super matte. Like, they're not as matte as this. But they're not satin either. So I think there's levels of matte, if you get what I'm saying. There's some mattes that just look dry, and then there's other mattes where there's just no shine. So this was one of those natural mattes. So if that makes any sense, that's Fenty Beauty Unveil. These are 24 bucks. So they're not something I'm rushing out to get the complete collection on, but I do respect that color, and that's going to make me curious about other colors in that family. So those are my favorite lips. Now, let's go into favorite tools and brushes. I don't even know if I had this category last year, but maybe I did. But there are just a couple things that I want to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish things that I want to talk about. Tools sometimes get underrated. We think about our favorite products. We don't necessarily think about them unless they're completely outstanding. I always think about them, but these, I always think about a lot of my tools and things, like how I appreciate them, like show my appreciation to my Q-tips because I don't know what I would do without them, things like that. But these tools, these brushes and tools, kind of just, I realized that they have been missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you acquire something and it's like, oh, this is good. But then you acquire some things and you're like, I don't know what I was doing before these were in my life. That kind of situation. So the first one being is this pair of tweezers. So this is, it came in a brow kit. I'm going to show you. It's Real Techniques. Okay, they have been through the whatever. These are pointy tweezers, okay? They came in a brow kit by Real Techniques, the purple one. I use these for everything. I appreciate a slant tweezer if I'm plucking a hair here or there, but these pointy tweezers, I use these for everything. They're fading. They're kind of fading because I wiped them with alcohol because, again, I use them for everything. I don't use them to put on my lashes because I'm not going to poke myself in the eye, but I use them for everything else. Small. It's almost like not even, what's the word I'm looking for? Makeup related, just Candice related. So I have a lot of piercings. I used them to get things are stuck in my piercings. I use them when my nails are long to put on earrings, to help click things. You understand what I'm saying? I use them to clean off my eyelashes, get the glue off my eyelashes. I use them, this is really, really gross, but I have a habit, I pick my scabs. These, like if I get a scratch and then it's scabbing up, I do. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, to grab things, to grip things, a lot of times I'm using these to open up packaging that I can't open up. Again, my long nails and different things. These are just a very underrated pair of tweezers. A set of pointy tweezers will get you far. I gotta give them their respect. I got to. And talking about lashes, my Salon Perfect eyelash glue. They changed the packaging, but the formula is still the same. This is better. I've tried Duo Glue. I've tried Ardell Glue. I've tried Kiss Glue. I've tried random LA Colors. I've tried random, like, you know, brands that had the glue with their lashes. Nothing. This is $2.98 at Walmart, okay? This is the squeezy tube. Do not get the one that's clear with the wand. That doesn't work as well. It doesn't hold as well. I keep that in my purse as an emergency. If a lash lifts, which never happens, as an emergency, because this is just a little bit more awkward and messy to carry around. And I'll use that to touch something down till I get home because it's good for that. But this stuff, the only time my eyelashes have ever lifted with this stuff, and I put it on correctly. Like, you know, you just miss a spot with the glue. That's something different. But my first college graduation, it was May 31st. It was hot as hell. We were in a huge, like, ceremonial tent outside. It was like 90 degrees. We had on black cap and gowns. It was like 3,000 of us. We were like shoulder to shoulder. The sweat was pouring down my face. Thank God I had on waterproof crap. Pouring down my face, and my lash lifted at the corners. That was it. That is the only situation where this glue has not held up for me. I mean, you're talking all day at work, all day at IMATs, in the rain, sweating, all these type of things. And this glue, again, $2.98. It's the white one, so it dries clear. They do make a dark one, although God bless your soul if you use black eyelash glue, because I have it everywhere. This dries clear, so it covers my mistakes if I get glue anywhere on my eye look or anything like that. But it's in a squeeze tube, and I just dab a little bit on. Like when I put my lashes on, I'll dab a bit in the middle. This is drying now. I'll dab a bit in the middle of the case or on a napkin or whatever, and I'm good to go. But Salon Perfect, this is, again, from Walmart, $2.98. I don't know what I'd do without it. It's the best lash. I ran out of it one time and no other lash glue sufficed. Like, I went through all my lash glues, like the small one sample. I just couldn't do it. And Walmart didn't have it. It was like for weeks Walmart was out of it. And I went to a whole different Walmart. Like, it was, I had to find that eyelash glue. So now I always have backups. Always. All right, and then the next are brushes, and they're both kind of like related to, I have 4 brushes, but 2 and 2 are related to each other, so we'll talk about them at the same time. The first one is this Japanese high density brush, number 708, and then the smaller one, number 709, okay? This is a foundation brush, a buffing brush, if you will. It's densely packed. The bristles are about 3/4 of an inch long, and the shape is in this triangular shape. Not super sharp corners, but definitely pointier than they are round. And it has been used. And then the smaller one is the exact same thing, but just a little bit smaller. So if you can see. I love these. These make me, I never fell out of love with a classic foundation buffing brush, but with the invention of the sponge and everything, you know, you see the difference. But this reminds me of why I like to buff in foundation. Beautiful, even coverage. Makes your skin look wonderful, airbrushed, if you will, flawless. And the shape of it is absolutely wonderful for getting inside the corners, getting actually down the neck. Maybe because it's straight. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why it's in this case of down the neck. I like to use this better, and I couldn't give you a reason why. Maybe because I just like it for the rest of my face. I have an issue with, because I do my brows first, but I don't like that halo brow look. I can get really close to my eyebrow and blend that foundation around, and follow the line that I've already carved my eyebrow out with, instead of potentially messing it up with a rounder brush. And then, like I said, inner corner when I'm buffing out foundation. And obviously this will be for my concealer and blending out, because it fits in this corner absolutely perfectly. Again, densely packed. The bristles are about 3/4 of an inch. They're that dual fiber type of bristle. These brushes are dirty. The tips of them are white. They're white brushes. The tops of them are white. Sturdy, thick handles, and I just really appreciate them. Well done, Japanese. They're $18 and $14, respectively. So finally, I told a whole story about these brushes. I did a review on those too. Just new brushes I'm loving. Quick story time. I've gotten so much better with blending over the years. I'm talking about since I really started making an effort to get into makeup and ultimately deciding to freelance and do other people's makeup. And yeah, and so blending has not always been a challenge for me, but blending is probably the #1 thing that I work on every single time I do makeup. Like, I make an effort to always be better with my blending. There are some skills that, you know, like placement of cut creases and different things where I think I kind of got that down. But blending, I'm like, you can always be better. You can always be better. And one realization, and when I do, I'll be honest, when I freelance, I've done full glam, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that I've ever had to do a look where, like, kind of like this, what you have on. I've never had to do a look where what I'm about to tell you, what I had to do in freelancing. Does that make sense? To realize this sooner. I will use my standard size blending brushes. I'm talking about mini blending brushes, by the way. I will use my standard size blending brushes, things about this size, which work wonderfully for my clients, which work wonderfully. But for me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why this light bulb never went off. For me, all my blending brushes and stuff, like when I'm blending, would look like this, be about this size. And my argument was always, well, I have bigger eyes. I use bigger brushes so I can get done faster. Patience is a virtue, my friend. I watched a YouTube video of a girl doing a cut crease, some type of look, some dramatic situation, and her blending brushes were extremely tiny. And so I went out and bought those brushes in her video, and they have changed the game for me. This is the Morphe 507 and the Morphe the M506. These are tiny blending brushes, fluffy blending brushes, not crease brushes, but blending brushes. And I have been using those to get those wonderful blends. Like if I want to blend like 6 or 7 different colors together and still you'll be able to see the difference in each individual color. Oh my gosh, these work wonderfully. I actually did a get ready with me. I'm not really chatting or talking. I'm listening to music actually on this look, and you can see me use these to get this brighter just brighter edge to this look. And they have absolutely changed the game for me. Yes, it takes a little bit longer, but I'm able to blend significantly different colors together and they don't muddy together as much or not be able to see each distinct shade. And like I said, I don't know why I didn't think to get smaller brushes for my own personal eyes. When I use smaller brushes, not this small, but when I've used smaller brushes on clients, and I've never made the connection to say, oh, well, you're just doing somebody else's makeup. You're better on someone else than you're on yourself. You know, that's what I would think, instead of saying, well, maybe you should use smaller brushes. I don't know what it was, you guys. But, yeah. Change the game. And that is it for this video. Okay, so I almost forgot a tool situation that I'm plugging in here real quick. My large 88 makeup storage palette from Adept Cosmetics, okay? I'm going to leave their Instagram down below. Adept Cosmetics is an indie brand that makes large magnetic palettes. You've seen their first palette on my channel years ago. It was like the double-sided blue palette with the clear separator in the middle. Anyway, these palettes hold 88 shadows, let me calm down, 26 millimeter shadows. They hold a little bit less of the larger pans, 36 millimeter, and a little bit more, obviously, of the smaller ones. I have my pressed glitters in this one. But these are only 15 bucks. They are sturdy. They, again, hold 88. Now, you guys know I'm a sucker for a magnetic palette. I actually have my own that I created. I mean, not like running a business on them, but I made my own 88. Candice, calm down. I made my own magnetic palette. Here we go. Here's one. Out of a book. I did a how-to video on it. This one holds 154, I think. Yeah, it holds a lot of them, so I love large magnetic palettes. This one obviously is a little bit more professional, and it holds 88, and I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. Adept Cosmetics, the company, has been really nice to me, and I actually have a code for you guys. Sounds like I'm shilling, but I have a code to save you a little bit of money if you want to purchase one of those. But I have a palette from Glam Glow, which is really nice, and I want to get a palette from another company that I saw on Instagram that has a jumbo palette, because I want to compare all these. But right now, this Adept one is my favorite because it is the cheapest. It's high quality just like the others, but this price point, I think it's the best. And again, they've been really nice to me. Their customer service has been exceptional. And so yeah, I'm gonna recommend them, which is yeah, my favorite. Another favorite tool. It's magnetic palette. I think I have 2 to 3 of those. And they have this new pattern, which is like this. Ooh, really pretty. And I have some of my larger ones in there. But I just wanted to say that palette, definitely check it out. If you're looking for a large palette, you don't want to make your own, or, you know, things like that, I recommend Adept. Shout out to them. Yeah. This one's kind of long. Sorry about that, but I had to talk about it. I had to break it down. Yeah, so stay tuned. The next video will be my least favorite products of 2018. There's not that many, but I have very strong reasons. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in this video, feel free to leave them down below. I love you all, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.